And we are back here at Shamrock Fighting Championships for our next bout. Jacob Landis taking on Cedric Nixon.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is brought to you by VIP Text Deals. We are giving away some Shamrock FC t-shirts. For your chance to win, you'll need to text FIGHT to 79774. That's text FIGHT to 79774. Press send, and the winners will be notified by text. Now let's bring out our next bout of the evening, Jacob Landis.
Making his way to the cage tonight out of Dearborn, Missouri, and the 90-10 MMA team, it's Jacob Landis. Now, Jacob tells me he likes the hard, grinding camps. He comes from a wrestling background. He was a 3-time high school All-American wrestler. He also has a bit of boxing in his background, something that I know is near and dear to your heart, Kevin.
Yeah, again, the wrestling and the boxing, you want to be as well-rounded in this cage as you can possibly be. You need to be good at everything. And that's what Landis has been working on, the wrestling and the boxing.
Now, he told me that he found MMA by watching the UFC on TV, thought it was for him. That has definitely seemed the way that the new breed of fighters are coming up. They see it on The Ultimate Fighter, and they know those TV shows, and that's where they go to.
Yeah, MMA has been around for a little while now. It's not a new sport anymore. People know about MMA. People start training MMA when they're young now, training MMA their whole life now. Not just a boxer or a kickboxer or a wrestler or a jiu-jitsu practitioner. Now people are full, complete MMA fighters.
Definitely, MMA is the new martial art.
Let's bring out his opponent tonight, Cedric Nixon.
Making his way to the cage tonight is Cedric Nixon. He comes to us by way from Combative Sports Center in Junction City, Kansas. He fancies himself a boxer. He has a background, has been doing it since he was 16 years old. He said, I love to play the angles and use that footwork to get the win this evening. As we get ready here for our tale of the tape, both fighters are very evenly matched here. Both fighters coming in underweight of the 170 pounds. Jacob Landis out of Dearborn, Missouri. Cedric Nixon out of Junction City, Kansas. This is a very evenly matched fight on paper.
Yeah, Nixon's going to want to use those angles to stay away from the takedowns of Landis. Nixon, the boxer, wants to keep this fight on his feet and avoid those takedowns at all costs.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, fighting out of the blue corner this evening, he stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. He weighs in at 168.5 pounds. Fighting out of Dearborn, Missouri, Jacob Landis. His opponent tonight, fighting from across the cage out of the red corner this evening. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighs in at 167.6 pounds. Fighting out of Junction City, Kansas, Cedric Nixon.
Referee Mike England has the call for this welterweight contest. And here we go. Should be very interesting to see how the boxers play out here. Does it become a stand-up match? Does it go to the ground? Quick touch of the gloves, and here we go. Both fighters using a lot of footwork here already. Already a quick cup check there coming from Jacob Landis. Oh,
nice
big
right
shot!
hand from Nixon.
Literally sent Landis flying.
Landis is probably going to want to keep in this clinch position, try and let the cobwebs get out of his head a little bit now.
That was a big shot there, though, from Cedric Nixon to open up the round. You know, Landis still has to have cobwebs a bit in his head from that shot.
Absolutely. It takes a little while to clear those cobwebs. You know, Nixon was doing a lot of movement and then shot in with a very sharp 1-2 that dropped Landis. Using that movement and angles Nixon was talking about earlier with us.
Referee Mike England warns Landis for grabbing the cage. Again, a lot of switch stances here coming out of Jacob Landis.
Hands down, a lot of movement. out of Nixon.
Yeah.
Hands down, lots of movement out of Nixon.
Yeah, Nixon has, I mean, just a very unorthodox style here, almost that Michael Venom Page want to throw in type of hands down movement all over the place.
Hands down, moving, going to shoot in when you're not expecting it and land big strikes.
You know, it works for Dominic Cruz. It doesn't work for everybody, but so far it seems to be doing it here for Cedric Nixon.
Certainly doesn't work for everybody. It's very awkward style, very dangerous style if you're not proficient at it.
Oh, big movement here from Cedric, taking the back. Nice work by Landis to get back into that clinch. Under 1 minute remaining here in round one of this contest. Jeremy Johnson, along with my partner Kevin Engel, here at the Ameristar Casino in Kansas City, Missouri for Shamrock FC 272. Big knees. Oh,
good
big
knees from
shots.
Nixon.
Knocking him out with a knee to the solar plexus.
Huge knees with his back on the fence. What power on the knees out of Cedric Nixon.
That is some serious power here coming out of the Combative Sports Center product, Cedric Nixon. Very nice to see here. Jacob Landis already back on his feet. As we go to our instant replay here, we see 1, 2, 3 knees there. Incredibly painful.
I think it was the second knee that really hurt him. Kind of a delayed reaction as he was landing that third knee.
Big win here in the Shamrock FC cage. So let's send it up to the cage to Stephen Baer to give us our results.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has ended 2 minutes and 35 seconds of round number one. Your winner by TKO, Cedric Nixon.
Cedric Nixon moves his record to 4-1 here in the world of mixed martial arts with a very commanding knockout over Jacob Landis. Still more action to come here at Shamrock FC. We're only 3 fights in, Kevin, and already a lot of action.
Been a great night so far. It's going to keep on being a great night with some good fights.
And we'll be right back with more Shamrock Fighting Championships.